Good evening everyone, welcome to Gendera. I thought I'd do a last days of winter garden tour. So yes, today I'm going to give you a quick tour of the property because it's getting really late, sun's gone, so I'm nearly run out of time, so I'll just do it really quickly. Let's go. Okay, the mandalime, I've harvested all the fruit off that one now. So yes, I need to do another heavy mulching on that one. My potatoes are doing fantastically. I have done one lot of hay to just raise it up. I've had it suggested that I pop some nitrogen rich fertilizer on here, although I haven't done it yet. But it looks like it's all doing really well to me at the moment. So you're really pleased with how it's going. The papaya and the moringa fared pretty well over winter, so really pleased with that, although we didn't have very many cold days at all. I think we may have gotten one frost and it was only very mild. So the papaya is still doing really well. The sweet potato is not really doing great. The comfrey's coming back nicely, and my nasturtiums are doing fantastically. The other lot of nasturtiums over here are doing absolutely wonderfully. I should be able to get some seeds from that and harvest it and pop it in different spots of the plot around the property. I've actually still got some basil. Most of it didn't die, some of it didn't die off, which is fantastic. Really pleased with that. My elderberry is not looking great, but it's not dead, although that's another part to the elderberry. That moringa is not quite so healthy, but it got really buffeted by the wind quite badly. It's hubby's work shirts. They're not growing well at all. Those nasturtiums are doing well. My Madagascar bean has done pretty much nothing over winter, but I don't think it got enough sun. The tansy and the rue are doing well still. I've got some comfrey in here, but it's not faring quite so well. My tapioca or cassava looks like it's coming back, which is fantastic. I'm actually considering harvesting that so I can propagate it further. My agapanthus has died just about, although it's not completely. The olive tree's doing well. The bunya nut isn't doing too badly. I'm tripping over Kitty, as you do. So you're really seriously losing the light at the moment. But yeah, the bunya nut's doing quite well. Hasn't died, although I'm not probably watering it as much as I should. Tree nursery here is doing really well, so quite pleased with that. Making my little moringas up there. So these didn't die off over winter, which I'm quite pleased about. My little curry leaf tree, it's not doing great, but it's not dead. All the plants down here are doing fantastically, except for the dragon fruit. Somebody has come along and snapped it off because it was doing quite well, so I'm not quite sure what to do with that. Everything else in here, I'm really pleased. It looks like my lemon balm's coming back. Sorry, it's getting dark. My oregano is coming back, which I'm really excited about. Parsley's doing well. There's mint starting to come back there as well. My fruit salad, or Monsterio Delicio, is doing well. Lemongrass is doing fantastically. My lavender is about to flower, which is beautiful. But yeah, the lemongrass is just doing brilliantly. I'm going to start harvesting some of that. Citronella is doing well, so I need to harvest some of that and, well, not harvest, but propagate that one. So yeah, and I've got some wormwood there and a squealing toddler fighting with his brother. He's getting followed by Kitty. But let's go to the next bed. Some of my stuff that I've been growing that I bought from the shops hasn't done so well because I've been neglecting it because I've been too busy with other things and it came out of the house. The mint is doing okay, although I keep forgetting to water it. I have lost some of my red papaya, but some of them are still doing okay. See if I can turn the flash on. Some of my red papaya is still doing okay, which is fantastic. Avocados are doing okay. One of the avocados is over there. It's not making any huge progress. That red papaya died. I can't remember where the mandarin went. The mandarin was doing quite well. That's not it. I might have it in there. No, that one's... Oh, there it is. There's one of the little mandarins that I grew from seed. And I do actually have a heap more that I need to plant out. So I need to get those ones in pots. do that in the next few days. I propagated some longevity spinach. Cut that off a while ago. I'll do a video on that later. It's propagating beautifully. Tomato has overwintered lovely. It really has. I've been getting some nice tomatoes from it, which is great because we have a lot of trouble growing tomatoes. This is Aroma tomato. There we go. There's some gorgeous tomatoes. Oh, that's better. It's really quite difficult to grow tomatoes in southeast Queensland during summer because of the Queensland fruit fly. My pigeon pea is starting to recover from all the times the goats have nibbled it, and we're starting to get some flowers. That's the pineapple that I potted up a couple of months ago during SHEDWARS Southern Hemisphere. I've got a couple more pineapples in there, and now I've been working a fair bit over here with the boys. So we're preparing this area for the boys' beans to go into. And this is part of my strategy for growing in a drought area. Really, really deep mulch, but I'll do a whole video on that soon. So there's one of my little raspberries, my 2 raspberries. That lemon's not doing well. There's my macadamia. Sorry, I'm having trouble focusing, and I think it's just the low light. My daffodils are coming up, which is lovely. My Roman chamomile is not doing so great. The strawberries are all doing great. Really pleased with that. We've had a few strawberries off it. Probably be better if it was in the ground. The dill's not getting water as often as it would like. More strawberries and blueberries. And there's Robert from Team Aquarius. And you'll have seen other little froggies around the place. See if you can name the frogs in the comments. Who are my guards? And my irises are doing well. I've just watered everything, so they're looking a little bit sad and sorry at the moment because they were badly dehydrated. One of my comfrey cuttings from, that was the one that I did the cuttings from about a month ago. It's coming back beautifully. That strawberry's doing well. And I've got a, can you see that? That's Michael from Frogfoot Holler, right near the Warrigal Greens, which is his secret seed challenge. My blueberries are doing well. I need to get them in the dirt. This is the mint, one of the mints from growing from the store. That's the boys' beans. It's not coping well with the heat. That's why we put the shade cloth up, and the boys keep forgetting to water it now that we're staying in the caravan. So we used to sit here every morning, so it made it really easy to look after the plants, but now we don't see them. So I got myself a little bamboo, so I'm going to plant that somewhere. I haven't decided quite where at the moment. My asparagus is doing well, really pleased with that. Matthew's got heaps of strawberries on. That blood orange is starting to flower. Getting lots of new shoots on my mandarin, and my Maya lemon's got some lovely flowers on it. Sorry, it's really hard to focus with this light. I've got some water chestnut just down there, as well as some of my comfrey that I've been propagating, but it's not doing so great because I haven't been watering it properly. Oh, these are the ones that I started about a month ago in the pizza box. They're doing really well. I'm really pleased with those. Check out the boys' aquaponics. Now, I think a goat got to Jonathan's, because we actually came out one day and found a whole heap of lettuce leaves on the ground and a goat out. So I think that was a goat, but Matthews is doing fantastically. He is so excited, especially considering there's no fish in here yet. It's only getting sea salt once a day or so. So yeah, in comparison to the lettuces that the boys are growing in their pots, it's doing fantastically in the aquaponics. Then we've got their carrots. The boys' carrots are doing really, really well. My kale's looking really sad because it didn't get watered. So these are my pots from growing in a pot from SHEDWARS Southern Hemisphere. Most of those are doing really well. That's the Okinawa spinach that I grew from a cutting back then. Some other herbs, my leek. Now, you may remember from last month, there was a big flower spike on that had little leeks growing off it. Wild Edibles actually suggested I stick it straight in the aquaponics, so I've done that. Hopefully it goes well. Oh, that's some of my other comfrey cuttings. My garlic's not doing so well, but those little herbs are doing great. Really pleased. I mean, some of them aren't doing so well, but the others are doing really well. So really pleased with those. Let's go have a look at the aquaponics. It is looking a little bit neglected at the moment, because it has been a lot neglected. My snow peas have all died off, lettuces are bolting. Kale's still doing really well. I need to actually harvest and possibly dehydrate some of that kale. There's the leek flower head that I was talking about. The wild edibles suggested that I shove in the aquaponics, so I did that. It seems to be doing well. So yeah, these lettuces are all going to seed, which is great. I'm quite happy to get the seed from those. Not upset about that at all. My leeks that have been growing from the store, I don't know what that pot's doing there. So yes, these are the latest leeks that I added that I've grown from the shops, and some of the older ones are over on that side. Well and truly big enough for me to harvest some of those now. My spinach hasn't done so well, and the poor little bell peppers, or capsicums as we call them in Australia, they have not done well over winter, but it's not the time of year to grow them. It's really coming into a better time, coming into spring now. That strawberry doesn't look really fun, does it? We'll just take that off. These strawberries don't seem to be doing quite so well in the aquaponics. They're coming out all funny shaped, but yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. It's really odd. But yes, the celery, as you can see, is, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than it was last time even. Unless that one's starting to bolt. No, that is not bolting. That is actually all celery. I might have to remeasure for the longest celery. I don't know, am I allowed to do that? Am I allowed to re-enter? So then my Okinawa spinach and all that's doing really well. Hubby's in the process of removing another stump so that we can have another set of beds coming along here, but that's going to take some time. Rome wasn't built in the day, and neither was our garden. It's a constantly evolving and growing experience, so it's really great. Oh, and I've got to show you the bananas. Let's go have a look at the bananas. This is my blue Java. I've actually got grey water from the house coming down here, so it's watering it. So that's why it's a little bit overgrown. But check out what's under here. This is my Cavendish. Can you see it? Look at that. I've got suckers. I'm going to be able to dig up those two little suckers, and they will be brand new plants. I am so excited. But yeah. So yeah, that's basically the garden update. We have actually started clearing up around here, which is a spot that we've had the goats a few times. Haven't made a lot of progress with the goats in their pens, but I have totally lost light. And the little torch on my phone is just not cutting it. So that's the update for today. That is what it's like at the end of winter in the Lockyer Valley in Queensland, Australia. So yeah, really pleased with how the garden's going. The house is another matter. Life has been interesting living in caravans. But yeah, you have a great one, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully next month I'll get the video done a little bit earlier. See if I can turn around so you can see my face a bit better. I'll get the video done a little bit earlier so it's not quite so dark. But yeah, you have a great day. Bless you. Have a great one.